All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do this video, man, because I'm gonna say this right now. Don't worry. This is some of the most evil ass motherfucking shit that I've ever had to fucking deal with. This evil ass shit, it's all an effort to keep me out of that timeline going back to August the 22nd, 2022. Make a long story short, I know for a fact I saw it. I saw it through my third eye. I saw it in the astral plane. I'm being manipulated right now as I talk, in which an entity I'm feeling like it's Santa Muerte or something is removing something from my motherfucking, is fucking with me right now. It's removing something from my fucking consciousness, just like they were plotting, saying that if you do a video, they're going to start removing shit, from you and fucking with you. Anyways, with that being said, on August 22nd, 2022, I got removed from my body, from what I understand, by Satan, as well as an Alex Nascimento, which is a roach attachment. He looks exactly like this, and I saw him coming years before. Right before that curse struck, and right before I ended up in jail again, I saw him coming. So to make a long story short, I've been battling, to make a long story short, the next day I saw it through my third eye. I had tarot readers tell me that. I saw that my whole soul was hanging out, and they've been trying to fuck with that astrally. I just felt something pull at that right now and tug at that instinctively. With that being said, ever since then, because I have to fucking emote, because it's just gonna be a fucking everyday fucking thing with this evil ass motherfucking malicious ass shit. They create narratives where, basically they don't want me to say anything about what the fuck is going on. I'm just going to say it like this. Every time I try to fucking build myself up, I had my ancestors come in yesterday. They tear me the fuck down. And it's all about keeping me from out of that timeline. From what I understand, I'm being astral body harvested. And all of my blessings, everything, spiritual powers are being funneled to a person who's occupying my body in that timeline. Again, I know something for a fact happened. They're going to try to manipulate things so I don't get my shit back because I talked about it. I had a very level-headed store manager, owner, tell me the next day I woke up that he saw in the astral plane. No, I take that back. He said that he got a phone call from somebody sounding exactly like me asking for help through static, which is a sign of a ghost. That night, in which right before it happened, I was being told you can't drink, don't drink, do not drink. Baron Samedi going to show some bullshit like that, some fabricated bullshit.
Hello, good morning. What happened to you?
From what I understand, Santa Muerte is feeding worse, manipulating me. This is just fucking evil. To make a long story short, I'm trying to keep my mind, I'm trying to keep my consciousness together. I'm trying to keep my mind together. This is some evil shit because it takes your consciousness, their roach attachments that are connected to their higher to high selves. What they do is they take your fucking consciousness, they take your soul consciousness and all of that, they shift it all the fucking around. That's how they fuck with you, and they fuck with your head until it starts to have real implications and you can feel it. You go in tranquil, you start to feel weird. But anyways, the night before I got taken out of my body, on August 22nd or 21st, 2022, that very night, I remember running through the park in Santa Monica, or at least walking. I was enjoying myself, drinking vodka, woo, woo, woo. They were telling me don't drink, fuck it. That it's freedom. Make a long story short, I'm walking through the fucking park. Next thing I know, I feel somebody slap somebody else's ancestral timelines on my back. This Rosie. It's supposed to be some girl. She goes by Veronica Gilgy, Ashley Hampstead or something, in the astral plane. It's some big old fat white girl who, Baron Samedi, as well as these people that's involved in this curse. I know they took advantage of his entity attachment, but, I'm not really sure as to what's going on with that. there's so many layers of this evil ass shit that's involved. It's supposed to be some girl who, after I got taken out of my body, was allowed to occupy it and was to act as a replacement. From what I understand, she, for sacrificing an incarnated God, I'm supposed to be the successor to Hike. They keep stealing that from me and giving it to Zendaya and her highest self, Jessica Ilhissa. I'm constantly being fucking raped every single fucking day, man, and it's fucking nauseating. And so, with that being said, she is supposed to have a black card from the Illuminati for sacrificing an incarnated God. Usually people get black cards from the Illuminati, which has like an unlimited spend limit. That Patrice Collis, who works with Black Lives Matter, she really didn't even find the movement. It was somebody else that did. She has a black card with the Illuminati, or I think blue card. That's something that they would give to an Adolf Hitler. And Adolf Hitler, by the way, was very, very independent. He didn't fuck with any of that. He didn't fuck with no Illuminati. He saw them for what the fuck they are. He was trying to shut them down, even back then. With that being said, usually when a person gets a black card, like you get a blue card for speaking on their, for doing one of their agendas. Black card is like an Adele or Kanye West. If you get soul swapped, replaced, and it has to be somebody significant, either an incarnated God, like a homeless motherfucker like myself even, or it could be, because this is, I gotta say something, like the Andrew Tate brothers, like sex trafficking, but on a big scale. From what I understand, Timberland, who's one of the people that's working with them motherfuckers who put this shit on me out there in Malibu. It all goes back to Malibu, all them evil ass people. I even had the higher self of somebody I actually got along with. His name is Havoc, Vaclav Havoc, come along into the astral plane and start fucking with me. And start, raping me of my shit in the astral plane. I gotta fucking emote. I gotta put this shit out there on Front Street. But anyways, with that being said, because this is just some evil ass motherfucking shit. I feel something like tearing at my fucking astral body parts right now, like removing shit as I'm fucking talking, and I can physically fucking feel it. With that being said, and they're trying to take away the last fucking rudiments of my consciousness, and they're working with Santa Muerte and the people at that Santa Muerte shop to fucking do it. From what I understand, they brought them people in by fucking with them using Alex Nacimiento, and that set some whole fucking wildfire and bullshit off to where, from what I understand, the highest self, Maria Santana, don't like blacks. She instantly saw what I was in the astral plane and just decided to go after me. And now she's been working with them people to sacrifice me, keep me stuck in hell realms. And she's working with Santa Muerte. I remember telling y'all about how she was, in the astral plane, this woman's highest self, as well as her, were discussing about, stealing me, as well as Baron Samedi. I'm supposed to be part of his bloodline, our ancestral money, which is your lifeblood. That's who you are. That gives you your spiritual powers. But getting back to this whole issue, from what I understand, this person who took over my body has a black card, and all of my shit in the astral plane, blessings, spiritual powers, and everything, is being sent to this person in that timeline, and they keep trying to switch that shit up on me and move that shit. It's just like, it's fucked up. So anyways, to make a long story short, I've been battling that shit. I've been using frequency. Just today they were going to try to stampede my ability to use frequency. You can use 1715 hertz to get your shit back. It's getting very fucking dangerous because they got my whole fucking soul consciousness exposed. And down to the rudimental aspects of it. So with that being said, I've been battling this evil ass motherfucking malignant shit every single motherfucking day. It's some evil shit where they're roach attachments that's connected to their higher to higher selves, like to move your shit, remove it all the fucking round, switch around your soul consciousness, but it's something that's really, really motherfucking evil. So with that being said, going back months before, I was in the process of rebuilding myself. So Alex Nacimiento, who I found out in the astral plane actually belongs to some other fucking people. I'll show you the people who he belongs. They keep fucking with me, removing my fucking astral body parts and stuff, so I can't keep this shit. With that being said, from what I understand, they're talking about I won't be able to get a significant part of my consciousness back if I do this video. I'm being intimidated right now, so it's not even motherfucking funny. With that being said, I'm being driven down to the last rudiments of my consciousness. Going back months before, I was doing very, very well with escaping the curse. With that being said, they set it up in the middle of the night with this Alex Nacimiento entity, who I don't think is indigenous to me, to tear my astral body up, put it in the blender, and destroy that child's spirit guide as well as her consciousness to the point where I can't get my shit back. And every time, and I learned this yesterday, it's concerning Alex Nacimiento, it's concerning these evil entities. From what I saw in the astral plane, and from what I understand, Baron Samedi was involved, so I dropped his docs for a while, as well as Alex Nacimiento. They set it up in the astral plane so that I can't build myself back. And they issued in the astral plane a dictum stating that every time I start to build myself back up beyond the soul level, soul consciousness level, to instantly destroy me. And that's where I've been at for months. So they brought in Santa Muerte. They brought in an entity by the name of Dan Arcienega. I'm going to say this right now. I was getting a lot of help from people in the astral plane, specifically Mexicans. And they started, this Alex Nacimiento started putting entity attachments on me to make me hate them fucking people. Which is neither here or fucking there, because, you know, I'm finding out that the motherfuckers who put this shit on me are them. You know, especially going back to that Alex Nacimiento entity. With that being said, this Alex Nacimiento entity, when me and my ancestors were working on breaking free of him, because to break free of him is key to breaking this curse. Let me show you how he looks. It's a roach attachment. I'm trying to think of the real name of the real person that's involved. To make a long story short, these evil motherfuckers set it up where, you know, from what I understand, Dan Arcienega, my Raziel, as well as my Huitzilopochtli. Let me show you how. As well as I believe Baron Samedi, because from what I understand, his entity is under his control, but then got thrown into his realm at one point, and we saw he couldn't really control him. So I don't know what's going on with that. Anyways, that's neither here or there. This is a very dangerous entity. that was brought in by these evil people to keep me stuck in this timeline, to keep me stuck in hellish realms while I get astral body harvested, astral body raped really every single fucking night, and all my shit sent to this person who's occupying my body, who killed both of my parents in their sleep, fucked up my brothers. Yeah, I'll show you my family. And got us stuck in motherfucking hell realms. And want to set it up, to where I don't even fucking talk about it to get my shit back. I'm feeling this evil ass shit, moving shit around. So with that being said, I can't have my shit exposed like this. And like I said, it was getting scary to the point where I couldn't even use frequency. To make a long story short, they've been using this Dan Arcienega, which is, let me show you how he looks. An extremely racist entity, a racist wetbag who don't like black people. From what I understand in the spirit plane, he was going around fucking with the people out here in South Central, black folks. And he was going after the black people in my family, but not the fucking white folks. I'm not a big fan of them fucking people, to be honest with you. Understanding their gods, their creator gods, where they come from. They're all evil fucking spirits. Their creator god, a reptilian by the name of Quetzalcoatl, would sit around eating human flesh right along with them, doing sacrifices. Their god would shapeshift into a white man, whereas our god of everybody else is a black man who has skin color, the color of bronze, which is black, gold eyes, just like what the ancient Cometians, ancient Egyptians had. Those people are nothing like us. All that black and brown shit, I don't even want to fucking hear it. I don't believe in that. Knowing the spiritual truth about them people. All of their creator gods come from an evil ass fucking place by the name of binaries in the solar system. They're evil fucking spirits that were stuck in hell realms. That's why they do all that evil ass cartel sadistic shit to this day. That's them. Just like I remember watching a episode of The Twilight Zone years ago in which they were talking about genetic evil. Those motherfuckers are genetic evil, just like them motherfuckers at this shit. It's something to do with their higher selves. All their higher selves have the last name Santana. And the one who is attacking me the fiercest and the most, she looked like fucking Rosie Perez. And I'll show you a picture of Rosie Perez, the actress. She Puerto Rican, by the way, thank goodness. her name, her first and last name is a Maria Santana. I'm not really sure as to how she looks. So, all right. So thankfully, all of a sudden, inexplicably, my motherfucking thing started working. So, anyways, with that being said, this is some really, really evil, cruel ass motherfucking shit, because what they like to do is set up double binds, as I call it, where, like, for instance, they fuck with your consciousness. And so they set it up in the astral plane where you have to work with an enemy that's antagonistic towards you, so their fucking roach attachments or something can feed. I figured it out, as well as their higher to higher selves. So that they can be able, so you can be able to get your shit back. You know, it reminds me of Saw, where you got to play their game to get your shit back, what is yours. You know, I started playing Frequency early this morning to try to get some of my shit back. And they'll do things like change your perception, change your whatchamacallit around, so you can't get your motherfucking shit. It's funny because I had my cards open while I was asleep, and I saw Seven of Swords in reverse, you know, meaning done with deception, but I feel like it's a lot deeper than that. It's a very evil fucking curse that can affect the core of your consciousness, and just now I can feel it. They were trying to affect and afflict my ability to play Frequency to get my shit back. So anyways, with that being said, I keep hearing that I'm going to need a new something because of, you know, this evil ass shit. They were telling me, yeah, if you play a video, Santa Muerte, you're going to be able to keep all your shit, woo woo. You know, if you do this, that's going to happen. It's like they try to limit your shit, your ability to do things, to keep you stuck. They were trying to get me to do something yesterday, and I refused to motherfucking do it. You know, like I said, I'm done with the manipulation. So anyways, with that being said, let me go ahead and try my best to explain what's going on, because I'm just being manipulated. My shit is just all over the astral plane. My conscious, this is a motherfucking shame. So from what I'm understanding with these evil ass fucking entities, they've been working with this Dan Arcienega, who is incredibly sadistic and is extremely hard. You have to use 6666 hertz as well as 432 hertz to get rid of them, or 666 hertz. You know, I'm going to say this right now as an addendum. I was using 2160 hertz last night on Santa Muerte. And her people, what makes her are her followers. Just disconnect her in the astral plane from her followers and you can get your shit back. She's one of the people that's been trying to keep me stuck to hell realms and all of that, and conspiring with all of this evil ass motherfucking malicious shit in the astral plane to keep me welded to fucking hell realms. I feel like I have no consciousness left, and like something's trying to come in and manipulate it. With that being said, these evil motherfuckers set it up. From what I'm seeing in the astral plane, it's supposed to be either the spirit guide or the ancestral spirit of Mikey Hernandez, who you can see. And they keep attaching it to my dad. And whenever I try to get my timelines back, it does something where I'm able, it'll turn into my dad or something. So there's something weird going on with that. But the last time me and what little spirit team I got, it's a lone child spirit guide. They keep trying to get rid of her, tear up her consciousness, tear her up, so I don't get back that August 22nd, 2022 timeline again. They keep fucking with me so I don't get back into my body, as well as get back that timeline that has a lot of my blessings, astral body parts, spiritual shit, powers funneled towards it. And I'm going to go in depth as to how evil and malicious this motherfucking curse is, and how, it's being used to just like terrorize me and fuck with me and everything. Shit's trying to get me under like total fucking mind control. And I'm trying my best to avoid it. Today in the astral plane, they were shifting around my fucking brain and all of that in the astral plane, to take away my freedom of thought as much as possible and my freedom of choice. You'll do something like, for instance, timelines will shift or something the minute I decide to go in the direction I feel is the best. And they've been fucking with that. Like I say, they've been fucking with the rudimental aspects of my consciousness, man. And it's getting very, very scary and chilling, to say the least. So anyways, they've been using this extremely malicious, evil fucking entity. He's 10 times worse than Alex Nascimento ever was, to terrorize me in my sleep, fuck with my father, take him over, keep him and my mama. Like I saw the other day, they were doing something where they were separating a significant part of my consciousness that connects to my parents. So I don't get my shit back. It all keeps going back to keeping me from getting my shit back. So anyways, with that being said, these evil motherfuckers, they keep trying to get rid of that spirit guide. They keep focusing on her a whole lot so I don't get my shit back. I don't get back into that timeline. Them, Baron Samedi, this Dan Arcienega entity, that's extremely hostile. Like I said, it's Raziel, Huitzilopochtli, as well as Baron Samedi that brought him in. And Santa Muerte. It's some evil fucking compilation of a bunch of evil ass entities. It was his Raziel and Huitzilopochtli, and then it was mine. And Baron Samedi has control, but he's not. And then from what I understand in the physical, he's actually in the consciousness of and is being held like in the somewhat hell realm. I heard the same happen with Baron Samedi as well, but the real one. In the consciousness of, I believe, Ingrid Hybert, or whether the people that put this evil shit on me, I'm going to say this right now that I think about it, they're trying to keep me from being able to freely express what's going on so I don't get proper spiritual help. It sounds schizophrenic, I know, but it isn't, because it actually has real consequences. When we got rid of my little lone spirit guide and my little ancestral, spirits I have to work with, Alex Nascimento, he's been trying to steal all our shit, steal our, shit back, our timelines, ever since we separated from him and we figured out what was going on. And it was Baron Samedi that actually, in fact, brought him in. Let me try to think of some more stuff. With that being said, with this, from what I understand, with this Dan Arcienega entity, with permission from Santa Muerte as well as Huitzilopochtli, he was able to kill me off going back some 3 months ago. And they were all working with them people at, that Santa Muerte shop, as well as Mikey Hernandez. Let me show you their so I don't ever come back by doing something, by cutting off my fucking head. And he was the worst of them. He would literally shift around my consciousness, reincarnate aspects of my consciousness, my soul consciousness, even sell it to fucking wetbacks in the astral plane. Very, very malicious entity. Like I said, all of this is being done to keep me out that timeline and keep me under severe spiritual fucking oppression. And they're doing it by compromising my inner spiritual protection and getting it to where I have to depend on a tulpa of my spirit guide that compromises my consciousness in order to get my shit back. It's a nightmare dealing with that entity because there's no way of getting around it, getting rid of him. And not only that, me and my spirit team, I'll show you where I saw him. It was right by Figaro in Manchester many, many months ago, maybe 6 or 7 months ago. We saw him sitting there with this expression on his face, like, in the physical. So this was a physical entity, just looking and staring up like, so with that being said, I feel that evil motherfucker tearing out certain parts of my consciousness right now. Hold on. All right, so let me try to continue on because I feel like my shit getting fucked up more and more and more, and I'm getting pissed off. So, anyways, going back 3 months ago, or maybe a little bit longer, going back a couple of months ago. All right, so let me go ahead and continue talking about how evil this motherfucking shit is. So they set me up with a very, very sadistic entity by the name of Dan Arcienega that keeps commandeering control of my dad's consciousness, fucking him up, especially in the original timeline, using him to try to attack me in the astral plane by attaching him to my father. And it's got something to do with the timelines that got taken from me by Mikey Hernandez. And so, from what I'm understanding, I was trying to repair my consciousness just now as best as I can. With that being said, it just gets worse every single time I try to rebuild myself back and get my shit back. They've been trying to, in an effort to keep me from getting back to that timeline, separate me from a significant part of my consciousness that connects you to your identity, to your childhood, and I felt that early this morning. With that being said, they went over there. I got a tarot reading from these people. Again, let me show you these assholes. I don't know what's going on. After I got a tarot reading from these people, from what I understand, Alex Nascimento, again, to reiterate the story, went over there fucking with them damn people, antagonizing them. And next thing I know, from what I understand, they decided, the higher self decided to come after me. From what I understand, Barbara or something, one of the people that's involved, Ingrid Heiberg, who looks a lot like, I'm just going to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, supposedly almost died in her sleep. So as vengeance, she started going after Mikey Hernandez, and they did something or to shift it where the curse that her, as well as a Sandifer, as well as some of the other fucking people that's involved with in this shit on the PCH, again, a lot of this all goes back to Malibu, decided to put it all on me and put this Dan Arcienega topa on me, who actually physically manifested. You know, it's a highly dangerous entity. You have to use 2160 hertz or 666 hertz, 6666 hertz, as well as 432 hertz in tandem with that, as well as 666 hertz to get rid of them. It keeps connecting to my father. So anyways, with that being said, and I almost want to fucking cry because it's like I'll never be able to get a normal life with this fucking shit because, you know, again, it goes back to that timeline. It goes back to Baron Samedi. They want to keep me under heavy spiritual oppression. Sadistic, heavy spiritual oppression. And they're even trying to fuck up my ability to play frequency so I can stay stuck. And I felt that early this morning, which was very scary to say the least. You know, again, it's an evil ass curse that likes to go into all aspects of your consciousness and destroy all your protection mechanisms within your consciousness so that they can be able to fucking get you and kill you in your sleep, take your soul, take your soul consciousness. But in my case, you know, I've been kept alive, quote unquote, because I'm meant to be, you know, part of astral body harvested. I'm meant to be astral body harvested by this evil ass shit, and none of it with my motherfucking permission. And to be fed on by their roach attachments, which connects to their higher selves, to their higher to higher selves. But it's their higher to higher selves that are the fucking problem. Like I said, they do something where they come in the middle of the fucking night and just start taking your fucking shit. So with that being said, they brought in Mikey Hernandez's Santa Muerte, along with, I'm just trying to keep track of my thoughts right now as I talk. Mikey Hernandez is Santa Muerte, as well as those women Santa Muerte. Again, she's a topa that has to connect to people in order for her to have any meat. She was never an existing person, a person that ever fucking existed, like Oshun or Ilegua or Baron Samedi. And they've been, from what I understand, keeping me working with these people who put this curse on me to keep me stuck in hell realms ever since. From what I understand, I got turned into an entity attachment or something. Going back to the Santa Muerte shop, it's a bunch of evil ass fucking shit. But it you know, I keep hearing it was Alex Nascimento that went in there fucking with them damn people. I can feel the higher self of Ingrid, or at least her higher self attached, connected to a roach attachment. I'm sorry if I don't sound articulate, if I sound like I'm just babbling on. Fucking with something right now that's very instrumental for me to get my shit back. This shit likes to manipulate people. Shit, I feel like I can't even speak. They did something to this child's consciousness in the middle of the night to where, in my consciousness as well, to where I can't even speak normally. I feel like something is controlling my consciousness to where I can't speak my piece anymore. Like severe mind control. I just got like an important aspect of my consciousness back just now, and I feel like I'm under severe mind control. I'm just going to say it right now. I was trying to rebuild myself back together as much as possible, but this is some really, really evil shit. The way these roach attachments work. To make a long story short, my poor spirit guide was inundated with a lot of evil shit that's attached to her. Every time she tries to remove it or stop being a roach attachment so she could help me out, Baron Samedi and other evil entities would come and antagonize her and threaten to remove her from my consciousness without my motherfucking permission in order to keep me stuck to this curse. And I have, I hate to say it, an ancestor that, but she's seen, I'm not going to even go into detail. They're trying to get all of these people to fuck, these entities to fuck with that spirit guide and her consciousness, so I can never get back that timeline, because she was crucial to me being able to call my ancestors. She's crucial to being able to put me back together again very, very effectively. And with that being said, last night I was using frequency to put myself together. I was pretty successful with it. And next thing I know, these things which infiltrate you, again, they use their roach attachments to be able to get in that's connected to their higher selves so they can discombobulate you. Whenever you find a method that can work very, very well for putting yourself back together, they start to destroy it and, whatchamacalling you from it, separate you from it, block it, destroy it, undermine it. So you can never be able to, build yourself back together. And that's exactly the case with me. So with that being said, enter Santa Muerte. Now again, Alex Nacimiento went over there to that shop fucking with them damn people. And that in turn triggered the highest self of that person who's there, a Maria Santana, to start coming after me. Again, it has something to do with their highest self seeing what's going on. One of the people that's involved in putting this curse on me, a big old fat German woman by the name of Ingrid or Yvette Heibert or something, or Hildebrand, deciding to come after me because she almost died in her sleep. And it's something about either Mikey Hernandez putting his curse on me because of what they put on him, or them putting their shit on me. But it all goes back to all of them people. I got a Sandifer that's involved putting their shit on me. So to make a long story short, they've done corrupted and infiltrated an aspect of my consciousness that goes back to birth, that has your identity, which is extremely dangerous, because I'm just going to say this. It's getting down to the fucking, and I felt it earlier when I was trying to, calling somebody, a spiritualist or something for help, because it seems like I can't go outside of myself. It's getting dangerous to where it's like, it's almost to the cellular, molecular level. It's scary. I was building myself up last night, and I was doing so very, very effectively. And so as soon as I did, I saw Santa Muerte and her followers. Now, again, going back to what I was saying with Mikey Hernandez and all of them, they've been keeping me held in a hell realm, from what I understand. You know, going back months before, I died in my sleep at the hands of this Dan Arcienega entity. That's an extremely evil, sadistic entity that I actually saw in physical person. And I haven't been able to totally get rid of this entity ever since, because it has something to do with Mikey Hernandez and my stolen timelines, which he's attached to, and him constantly connecting to my father. And they're going to threaten to disguise themselves, use 694, 322 hertz, 694 hertz, and 925 hertz for discernment. 925 is transmutation. With that being said, they brought this entity in right when I was about to get rid of fully Alex Nacimiento, me and my ancestors. What little spiritual protection I have. With that being said, this entity sacrificed me to both Mikey Hernandez as well as them evil ass motherfuckers at that Santa Muerte shop to their Santa Muertes. And I saw that in the spirit plane, especially that Maria Santana. And again, this is some really, really evil shit that I'm fucking dealing with, because they'll do something like with double binds where if you lose consciousness or something, they'll attach you to your fucking enemies so you can be able to maintain your consciousness, but you're stuck having to get fucking attacked. And and just all sorts of evil ass, you grab that where you can physically feel it. Just it's horrible. So from what I'm understanding, these people who are working with Baron Samedi, okay, let me get back to Santa Muerte. Okay, from what I understand, these people who's working with Baron Samedi, they're trying to get control of him. I don't know what's going on, but I know it goes back to the one in the August of 22nd, 2022 timeline that's trying to keep me from being able to get that timeline as well as my body back. He was one of the ones that was instrumental in helping Alex Nacimiento put me in the blender in the astral plane and kill me off. So I can't get my shit back. And from what I understand, he stole. The one going back to August 22nd, 2022, stole a lot of shit from me and my ancestors. And my spirit guide as well. A lot of my spiritual powers, a lot of my motherfucking blessings. And held on to it. And I've contacted him, a few times spiritually, psychically, I've seen it. With that being said, I'm being put under heavy oppression by him as well as these people so I don't get my shit back. And so they set it up so that in the astral plane, again, Baron Samedi saw all of this shit coming and he set it all up so that I stay stuck in Santa Muerte's hell realm. And that evil ass motherfucker has been trying to hold on to me as well as my spirit guide From what I understand, last night, for instance, they were planning on Baron Samedi as well as Santa Muerte getting rid of that spirit guide. The minute I started playing frequencies to escape my situation and put myself back together. From what I understand, these people want to control a part of my consciousness that has my identity so they can put me under severe mind control. And Baron Samedi has been helping to set that up for him. I'm being fucked with right now, so mind you, if I sound all over the fucking place, I'm just trying to keep my mind together as much as possible so I can be able to tell my story and tell accurately what's going on. And they've been saying that if I, put this video out there, I'm not going to get my shit back. It's going to be all fucked up. I'm going to get roach attachments or some shit like that. And they're fucking with my shit right now as I talk. Because they know I don't have much in the way of spiritual protection. This is some evil shit. I just felt like a very evil fucking entity. It looks like